Still down here in South Carolina with my buddy Billy, and we've been just kind of cruising around looking at some of the old places, and he asked me, do you want to see a really creepy cemetery? So I said, sure, why not? We drove out here, and it's like in the middle of nowhere. There are no houses, nothing around here. I mean, like for miles. And there's a cemetery in these woods, and it's like the creepiest one I've ever seen. But there's a lot of like really cool things in here, so I wanted to share this with you. It's weird, really weird.
Yeah, I've been back here at night. It's weird.
I know, we should have come back here at night. Let's walk around for a minute. I just want to show you a couple of things. Let's go back down here, Billy, to those homemade.
All right.
Where were they?
They're right there.
There's like these homemade gravestones here that are probably Depression era, you think? The Great Depression, you know, when people just didn't have any money. And it looks like they just did it themselves. Well, a family member did it.
Yeah, family.
They didn't do it themselves.
Unless they knew ahead of time.
Unless they knew ahead of time, maybe they did. I've never seen anything like this. Have you guys? Look at that. What does it say? At rest? Lighty Goodham? What is that?
Goodham or Goodman or something like that.
Yeah, maybe it is. It's hard to say, but what's the date on that? Yeah, it's 30, maybe 34.
No, 1933.
Yeah, okay, and there's nothing, so that's about a year apart. Look at that. That's At Rest, Richard. Oh, Goodman. Goodman, okay. What does that say? Died, what? On November 15th, 1933? I think it's 3, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 3.
Yeah, so that's Richard. I guess it's Lydy, L-Y-D-I-E, Goodman. 1934, so they died a year apart. And there's some really nice stones out here too. And there's lots of depressions with no stones. So I'm guaranteed we're just walking right over people. Well, they don't care. There's another homemade one. Caesar Ingram. Look, the N is backwards. Yeah, see, N's backwards here too. 1931. At Rest. It's made out of concrete, so they poured that themselves. Probably made a little 2x4 form. Scratch that in there with a nail. Probably his footstone here. I want to show you this one. Seems to me this is kind of. Remember, never crawl underneath a log because that could give way and trap you or break your back. Let's look at this one here. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. 1911, just before the Great War. There's a lot of this stuff in the woods around here. That could be from much later than that, but walking down here, you can see depressions here. Well, it's actually, look at this. There's a stone there, and I guess they lined it with bricks. They put that looks like my pet cemetery. Yes, I have a pet cemetery at my house, and we lined it with bricks. No crosses, but bricks. Yeah, it might be one there, but it's kind of off by itself, and there's an old roadway through the woods. You can see a bunch of trash where people have been dumping it. So just give you a general overview of the cemetery. You can see the humps and the mounds, and that's a really pretty stone right there, the way it's weathered. You can see the gravestones going all up through the woods. And up on top, there's actually some newer graves. He said there's one from 2011 up there, and but this is the road that we came in on. It's a really rough road. I don't know how they even got them back here. Well, I mean, we got back here, so they probably loaded them up on a pickup truck,
probably
four-wheel drive to get them back. But let's continue through the graveyard. The backwoods of South Carolina. Yeah, it's kind of hard to read, but it's 1899. Go ahead and clean this one off a little bit, take a peek at it. Yeah, let's go ahead and clean it off. So, I guess that's a husband and wife, Henry and Columbia Johnson.
They born 1850, died in 1910.
They died in 1910 too, about a month apart. Wow. Makes you think, huh? Seemed like they were a year apart, right? And these people are a month apart. Some of these others. Is it Sylvie? 1901. Wow. Poor little dude got broken off. 1902. This one. Oh, that's kind of cool. Is that I guess that's probably a sheep, I guess. And was that hay? 1918,
like
72 years. Jesus, lover of my soul. Is that what that says? Jesus, lover of my soul.
Let me be to thy
bosom fly. There's another one that's broken off, just like one we looked at just a few minutes ago, and it's like the same break in it. Oh, let's go look at these. Have we looked at those? Let's go down there. There's what do you call it? Crypt?
Yeah.
Crypt. Yeah, there's some down here that are buried in, like, I guess it's like a crypt or something, where they're covered with concrete. Maybe that's so they, in case they're vampires, they can't get out. Maybe. But it's very sad when you actually look at this. I mean, just look at what we're seeing right in front of us. Okay, you got this big one here, and you got a stone here. But look behind it. There's three little ones. So this is probably, you know, the father, mother, or one of them, and then the kids. Maybe the little kids back here buried. That's what I'm kind of suspecting. 1, 2, 3. Just stamped in. Yeah, you can't really read that very well, but there's three of them right in a row. Imagine that's the kids, I suppose. Kind of strange, really. Look at this little one right here. Looks like Miss Lizzie Miller. Can't really read the date on it. So we're going to work our way up there, but I see these two stones over here by themselves, and some holes, which are probably graves. Jack Brown, wife of Jack Brown, Lizer.
Yeah, Jack died. He's right here. Jack
1904. Let's go look at Jack. Where Jack's buried. Oh, Jack was a sailing man. Looks like. Look, got an anchor. Jack Brown. You can see behind there's a depression right there.
Somebody was deer hunting here.
A deer hunter? Deer hunting in the graveyard. Imagine walking out here first thing in the morning before it gets light. Walk up the hill and see what we can see. As I'm walking, I'm seeing these depressions everywhere. So there's a stone there, so that's probably a marked, you know, a grave marker. You can see depressions here, all the way up the hill to the top. Wow, look at that. That's probably a marker. Some more bricks. Marking, that's probably a marker there too. See some impressions there. These look fresh over here. Let's go look at these. Can't really read that, but see there's two depressions there and a bunch of them going down the hill. There's a lot of people buried out here. Wow, that looks like really fresh. How sharp the edges are on this.
Some of the cards you can still read.
Yeah, that's paper.
Yeah, it's paper.
Don't.
Pen.
I'm surprised that they didn't have something more permanent, but I can't really read that. Look at this one over here. Maybe you can read that. No, I can't read that one either. What a shame. See, there's another grave here and a grave there. On down the hill. So over here to my left, there's a bunch of plastic flowers. So I think that's probably a lot newer. Looking up where they're standing, you can see some more stones. You can see the depression here with this grave here. You see some stones over there. They're all lined up. Whetstone. Mixon. Sam Mixon. World War II, he died. 58. Some more big depressions right here. 1, 2. And I guess this is the newest over here. Wow, that's sad, isn't it? Jeez. They're definitely forgotten. I guess we all will be one day. I don't mean to be all depressing, but This is true. Yeah. Isn't that strange? They just have like letters they can put in there and just make whatever they want.
Yeah, those were all just scrambled up.
Yeah, 2011. 1918, wow. That was a good long life. My father was actually born in 1919. 1982. Herbert Johnson. Kind of depressing. Me, graveyards are kind of depressing anyway, although they're fascinating. But for me to see the newer graves, especially with just the plastic flower just strewn all through the woods, is I don't know. I don't think I'd want that on my grave. So if you ever come across my grave, don't put plastic flowers out there, okay? Plant a real one. They can die and come back, but the plastic is just not good. Look at it. You know, somebody placed that heart, and I'm sure they were in tears when they did it, and there it just scattered across. It's a shame. I think that's going to end this one, guys. That's just too much for me. Makes me sad. Alright, that's it, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Once I get my composure back. So we're just kind of standing here talking, and I noticed that I couldn't walk. I'm like pulling on my legs, like I'm stuck, and I'm not even paying attention. No, Billy looks over at me and says, "They got you. Don't leave me."
I won't.
Apparently I'm tangled up in some of the stuff from the graves. I shouldn't laugh, but I feel like they do have me. I stepped out of that. Look how this vine grew up here. It went around the tree. Isn't it interesting? It's choking it off right there, so it might eventually kill it. But cool bottle down here. Look at that. Oh, Coca-Cola. That's an old one. That's an owl. Coca-Cola bottle, man. That's awesome. And guess what? I didn't see it first. Oh, look at that baby. Congratulations. That's a sweet bottle. He's eagle eyes. No owl eye there.
Never found one like this.
Yeah, that's nice. You ought to look around some more, man. I almost stepped on the thing. I'm glad it wasn't a snake.
My big round baby, and I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets, she's promised